There's a painting that I've been working on and off for a long time, and I'm starting to like it, which is a good sign. Just a couple of days ago, these trees were kind of solid, and I've opened them up. I like that better. One of the things I'm going to do today while you're watching is to put a few highlights that are snappier than what I've got here. I'm also going to darken this area, leave this piece of ground cover vegetation kind of in this value, but I'm going to increase the contrast on this one right here as if there's more light shining on it. And that's about it. And the reason I'm doing it is because when I'm looking at the painting, I see these two items right here in the foreground as being so overwhelming that I'm really not concentrating on anything else. The balance is what I'm working on. The balance, the masses are here. I'm not going to move this over here. I'm just going to try to make a balance, and the balance would be to increase the contrast here to kind of draw more attention, and probably this stuff back here too, but maybe not today. So one of the things is this area is in shadow, and so I'm going to reduce the highlights over here by bringing them down just a little bit. I'm using a Utrecht a brush which I bought some time ago because I like their paints, and so I purchased these brushes thinking I would like them as well, but as a matter of fact I don't. And the reason is that after the first day's use, they're useless. They just end up crumbling, and the hairs, the brush hairs end up coming off and making a mess. So here I'm going to put a little more highlight in here, make this a little lighter. But anyway, the point is I wanted to make this darker on this side with just a few highlights here, just so that the relationship between these two areas that are not getting a lot of sun or light are going to remain kind of in balance. And then I'm going to end up increasing the contrast on this piece right over here. In fact, it can go even more here, there. That was the intent. A little here. Yeah, I'm going to increase it a lot more on one of these right here. Little junipers or pines that are just starting out. Okay. And then I said I was going to brush my brush. And the other thing I was going to do is put some really punchy highlights into this area here. Because from a value standpoint, the problem, of course, is that I end up saying, "Ooh, that looks nice. Let me put it somewhere else." But no. Here, I think that's about it. I did say, yeah, I like that better. That ends up punching it up just enough to get your eye over here, and this can have a little bit of it. Yeah. Keep that in the darker area. And then I will make a punchier, bring this green just a little bit over here. Again, it seems to be so isolated back over here, but bringing it here as if there is a little bit of sunlight in that area will work for me. There, maybe back here. Back here is where the could be opening up there. Let's see what else I want to do. I think, again, every time I look at this, I find my brush hairs everywhere, and but anyway, I just kind of scrape it off when I just scrape it off. and I like impasto paint, but I don't. When the paint gets so thick that it starts casting shadows, it ends up kind of disturbing me as well. So the other thing I was going to do, and I don't know if I will now, but maybe try, end up having a line. Yeah, it ended up being almost identical, and I was looking at it and saying, well, I could bring that up just a hair, so it does look. One of them is larger than another. One of them ends up having a highlight here. So I mean, for now, the only other place where I do want to punch it up a little bit is this area right here. I would want to bring that area. I've got these nice reds in the background, and so knowing that's the kind of material that's available here, I'll end up bringing it into this area here, just bringing it up just enough to make a difference. I will put in a little bit of shadow area too, here, there, and I'm going to put a little bit more highlight into this area here. Let's see, there. A little bit more. Yeah. I'm going back and forth, and as I'm doing this, I'm saying, I really could use a little bit more contrast and a little bit more of a highlight in this area right here. And is my thinking correct? Well, the only time I'll really know is after I step back from this and decide, yeah, that's fine, or no, it needs to be increased. I want to put some more shadow areas in here. There. All right. Let me look at this for a while. Let me decide, yeah, I've improved it, or no, I'm going to have to take out my scraper and remove some of the things that I've done. Yeah. Again, the relationship between these two is now, if this were as bright as this one here, or the highlights were, the value were as light as this one here, I don't think it would work. I want that one darker. It's kind of in a shady area. And I could use a little bit of a darkening in areas here too. So, and I do like some of the highlights that I've been put in there, just to not have it totally disappear. There. I do like what I did here by bringing some of the highlights that are here closer to this area, but not any further than that. You know, I mean, I'm looking at this, and I can work on individual pieces, but the more I'm doing, not always, but the more I try to improve on something that I've got, the better I seem to be liking it. And that's really there. I wonder if yeah. There. I also think that this whole area of trees can be improved, but I'm going to look at this for a while. Anyway, I hope that was something that was of use to you, and kind of get a feeling for my thinking. And that is the case, then it's been a successful couple of minutes. Yeah. All right. Thanks, everybody.